My dear sinners, Mr. Sinister has now partnered with Payless Tattoo Numbing Cream, the phenomenal company that I've been using personally, so is Thanos, to get those stones for the past 2 years now. My artwork on my body is a beautiful representation of me, my life, my stories. I will have nothing shorter than the best work possible on my body, and I will use the best products possible to enhance my colors and keep these tattoos on as long as possible. Use code Mr. Sinister at checkout. Check the link in the description for your savings. Oh, Sony, it's been quite the journey that we've been on. Given the record amount of success you've had with Spider-Man, all the way up to Spider-Man No Way Home, you are on top of the world. But then you decided to give us this dumpster fire of a facade of a show. Okay, let's see how we can follow up. The bar set pretty frickin' low. And I can honestly say, I didn't mind the Venom movies too much. Tom Hardy is a great actor who only does the best with what he has. But when you have a character that's known for biting people's heads off, you need to make the movie rated R. But let's face it, we're not going to get it. I get excited for new Sony movies about as excited as I get for a new prostate exam. Venom was indeed a great character, but then you showed signs I was going to be leading into the Spider-Man universe. Oh yes, and this did bring a joy to Mr. Sinister's black and little heart. But then my expectations, my dear sinners, did get disappointed when they decided to give us Carnage. A sloppy, poignant, and put-together movie that gave us no violence of a character that's a sociopathic killer. But it's okay because it's safe for modern audiences. About as modern as Bill Murray is nowadays. We weren't asking for much for these movies. They could have been awesome if you just would have understood and respected what we wanted. Venom could have came off as a violent, nasty character that could have squared up with Spider-Man. Oh, but now, my dear sinners, as for always, let's go into the deepness of Venom 3, The Last Dance. Who the fuck calls the movie The Last Dance? Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Let's have some Bible. My dear sinners, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. Hit alerts to get notifications. Sydney Sweeney and I greatly appreciate it. My dear sinners, if you've been paying attention to the rumors that have been online about this little movie, and trust me, Mr. Sinister knows everything that's online is true. This little boy that's pictured in the trailer is supposed to be a young Peter Parker, potentially, to where Venom might even have to kill this little boy because time travel in all these movies has worked out so well, it could center around him. We don't want a 10-year-old Peter Parker. My dear sinners, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this trailer. Collectively, I didn't think this was all that bad. It has the potential to be really good. This trailer starts off with Venom off on a little journey with dogs because we all know that Tom Hardy loves dogs. Can't hate that. Potentially now finding more multiple symbiotes, even picking up right where it left off at the end of the last movie. But now, Venom is going to be hunted down by the soldiers themselves, or at least some Black Ops Secret Service agent, or for Peter. If this picks up right where it's supposed to be leaving off, my dear sinners, you do see the comparisons from even the last time we saw Tom Hardy at the bar to where it is now. But speaking of continuity, what the hell is Dr. Connors doing here? Okay, you look like a goddamn hippie now. Jesus Christ, I guess House of the Dragon hasn't kept you too busy there, bud. When we're looking at things totally, visually, this movie looks very good, and I've always got to say the CGI has been very good with these Venom movies, but the concepts and the writings need to hold together. You're going to have Venom that's going to be hunted down by these super soldiers here, but are these going to be the soldiers that end up getting those new little symbiotes that we saw earlier, my dear sinners? For that, we still need to wait and see. Chiwetel Ejiofor appears to be very excited about this movie, and I'm quite honestly glad to see that he can get a new role out of him, or will he get a new symbiote as well? Venom is going to be under the impression, my dear sinners, that they are now coming for, and what we're seeing before you might even be one of these little, some kind of fucking creatures that is from Venom's planet, from his home world. They know where Venom is, and they're going to be coming to get him. But Jesus Christ, why is she back in this movie? I'm sorry, her character is just annoying as hell. Tom Hardy looking sharp as ever, but Jesus Christ, if her character did make me want to headbutt a pitchfork, I'd rather watch Madam Web again. Sony, you have to do well on this movie. This is the last chance that everyone has, but if you're going to have a main plot centered around a 10-year-old Peter Parker that Venom has to hunt down in this world, you're going to destroy the franchise even further. But hey, Madam Web didn't do that already, right? You want to make $1 billion off this movie, Sony? Go ahead and put Sydney Sweeney in it. There you go. You're welcome.
This is
You know what? That was actually pretty sweet. What do you think? Given all the damage that Madam Web has done, my dear sinners, and just plain shit conduct that the movie franchise has given us from Hollywood in general, is there even going to be anyone that wants to see this movie? Of all the movies coming up that should have had an R rating prior till, they decided to give it to Craven. This movie could already be dead in the water if damage has not already been done enough from Madam Web and just the other plain shit movies. Let me know, my dear sinners. Are you even going to see this movie? What do you think? Let me know. And until we meet again.